You've probably heard you have to use regulated exchanges for safety. But what if I told you the unregulated ones are also as safe and could save you hundreds in fees and give you access to coins you're missing out on? Let's talk about regulated versus unregulated crypto exchanges in Canada. I'm breaking down the honest pros and cons so you can choose the right one for you. My name is Alok G, the owner of allcryptocanada.ca. Subscribe to our email newsletter to be in the loop of Canadian crypto news. The details I cover in this video are the short version. For a full deep dive into Canadian crypto space, I'm launching my crypto course for beginner Canadians in 2026. You can add your email to the newsletter, link in the description, and you'll get notified with a 100 off coupon code when it launches.
Disclaimer: this video does not constitute financial and legal advice in any way whatsoever, but for information purposes only. When making financial and legal decisions and commitments, we strongly recommend you consult your professional financial and legal services provider.
First, quick definitions. Regulated exchanges are officially registered with Canadian securities regulators, the CSA and CIRO, and officially operate in Canada. Unregulated means offshore platforms like BitGet, Nexi, or Bitfinex. They are not registered here, even if they let Canadians sign up. Let's break down the categories, starting with money protection and safety. The reason why most people, in my opinion, select regulated crypto exchanges. Let's see. When it comes to regulated exchanges, you get oversight and rules like segregated client funds. Some are members of the Canadian Investor Protection Fund or any other. But, and this is important, the CIPF does not cover your crypto, only your cash or traditional securities. The real-world example is Catalyx. They were working towards registration, but after a hack and alleged fraud, users are still waiting for most of their money in 2025. For unregulated platforms, you have no Canadian protection. However, some handle crisis surprisingly well. FTX is able to pay back most customers 100% of their original dollar value, though that value is based on 2022 crash prices. And when Bybit was hit by a massive 1.5 billion hack earlier this year, their CEO immediately assured users the company would cover the entire loss from their corporate reserves. The point here is neither side is 100% bulletproof. Yes, regulation helps prevent disasters, but it's not a guarantee. It seems to be the major reason why many prefer regulated over non-regulated, but as you can see, it's not that obvious. In my opinion, it's a tie here. But okay, what happens if you actually have a problem? On a regulated platform, you can file a formal complaint with CIRO or the OSC. They can investigate fraud, freeze assets, or technically force the exchange to fix things. If you're on an unregulated platform, you're dealing with the exchange's support team or maybe a foreign regulator. It's technically way harder and slower for Canadians, but I've never heard of anyone actually filing a complaint. So it's hard to see if complaints can be fairly resolved and how long it actually takes. If you've experienced this, please share in the comments. I also asked the same question in my Reddit community. Feel free to join. And by the way, I have a video on the safest crypto exchanges in Canada here. Make sure to give it a watch. Now let's talk about getting money in and out, and this is a big win for the regulated ones. Because Canadians can use direct Interac, bank transfers, or even bill payments to deposit into crypto exchanges and easily withdraw back to major Canadian banks. With unregulated platforms, many block Canadian banks now when you try to deposit with a debit or credit card. You usually have to deposit crypto, trade, then send back crypto to a regulated exchange to cash out. It works, but it's an extra step, an extra fee, and creates a taxable event. You can also use P2P trading for depositing, which most global exchanges have these days. Huge difference in fees. For regulated exchanges, simple buys on ShakePay or Wealthsimple can cost a 1 to 2% of total fees. Trading fees on Bitbuy or Index are around 0.2 to 0.5%, but with unregulated platforms like BitGet or MaxC, fees are often 0.1% or less, and high-volume traders pay almost nothing. If you trade a lot, you can save hundreds or thousands a year. Check out my video on the cheapest exchanges in Canada. Okay, what coins are available to you? On a regulated exchange, you'll find all the big ones: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, etc. But the new trendy coins take a few days or even weeks to get approved. For example, when certain coins were announced, they appeared on regulated exchanges only a few days after the initial hype was over. Like Trump coin back in the day. On an unregulated platform, new meme coins like Trump or Pepe show up the same day. If you want to jump on hype early, this is a big advantage. The regulated exchanges interface is designed for beginners. You can buy crypto in 2 taps. It looks just like your banking app. Unregulated platforms have more charts, buttons, and options, and it looks scary at first, but watch one 10-minute YouTube tutorial and you're good. Let's talk more about advanced trading. This is a major difference. On a regulated platform, you're mostly limited to spot trading only. No futures, derivatives, or any leverage for regular Canadians. That's a hard CSA rule to protect retail investors from big losses. Even basic futures are off limits. With an unregulated platform, you get full access to leverage, perpetual contracts, options, futures, copy trading, the whole toolbox with no Canadian restrictions. But remember, that's why it's riskier. Those tools can wipe you out fast if you're not careful. If you value privacy, here is a clear winner. For regulated platforms, you face full KYC, know your customer, ID, address, job, salary, source of funds, sometimes even net worth, detailed source of funds, and source of wealth questions. It's annoying, and many caution against sharing such vulnerable information with crypto exchanges. But it's not crypto exchanges want your information. These are the regulations in Canada. With unregulated platforms, many let you trade small amounts with no KYC. And by small amount, I mean up to $20,000 per day. If you value privacy, this is a clear win. Check out my video on best no KYC exchanges in Canada here. Taxes are super easy on both sides. Most regulated exchanges give you a clean transaction history or cost basis report ready for the CRA. On unregulated platforms, you'll use a tool like Coinly or CoinLedger. They connect to almost every global exchange and spit out perfect CRA reports. It takes less than 10 minutes. And the CRA isn't extra suspicious if you report everything properly, even if you're using global exchanges. Check out my video on how to report crypto taxes in Canada in 5 minutes. Again, it's a tie here. So, who should use what? Use regulated exchanges if you are new to crypto, want that simple Canadian dollar in and out, just want to buy and hold Bitcoin or Ethereum. For these purposes, check out my video on the best way to buy Bitcoin in Canada. Use unregulated exchanges if you already know what you're doing, want to save on fees, need new coins fast or advanced trading, care about privacy, or need advanced trading features. The final score, if we count up the wins and based on my breakdown, is 4-2. Unregulated wins on features and cost. Final tips: no matter what you choose, never keep more money on any exchange than you are okay losing. Move your crypto to your own crypto wallet. Check more in my video on how to keep crypto safe and subscribe to my channel if you're from Canada and into crypto. Soon, I'll publish a video about the best crypto wallets for Canadians for 2026. Start small, learn as you go, and always do your own research. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree or disagree with my breakdown? Like and subscribe for more no BS crypto videos for Canadians, and see you in the next one.